How is it going, everybody? This is Shady of Shady Horror, back with another watch and review. Today, on this cold evening, this cold night, it is City of the Living Dead, a film by Lucio Fulci. Let's go ahead and get into the synopsis of this. The seven gates of hell have been torn open, and in 3 days the dead shall rise and walk the earth. As a reporter, played by Christopher George of Pieces, which is a movie I also covered, check out my 31 Days of Slashers, and a psychic, uh, Catriona McCall, who's an awesome actress from The Beyond, and also the other movie in the Gates of Hell trilogy, which is House by the Cemetery, race to close the portals of the damned. They encounter a seething nightmare of unspeakable evil. The city is alive with the horrors of the living dead. Directed and co-written by the legendary Lucio Fulci, Zombie, of course, which I have covered not long ago. If you haven't seen that, go ahead and check it out. And of course, The Beyond. And here, City of the Living Dead features some of the maestro's most shocking and controversial sequences of all time. Blue Underground proudly presents the definitive version of Fulci's hallucinogenic masterpiece of horror, freshly transferred in brain-ripping high definition from its original uncensored negative and loaded with exclusive new extras, which I watched all of these. Maybe I'll get into those a little bit later. Pretty awesome stuff. So, this is City of the Living Dead. It is from the year 1980. The runtime is 93 minutes. This is not rated, and it is put out by Blue Underground. After revisiting Zombie not too long ago, I decided this one here was due for a rewatch. I've only seen it once prior and thoroughly enjoyed it. Another wonderful score. The music really sets the tone here. It begins in a foggy cemetery in Dunwich. Italian master of movies Lucio Fulci does it yet again with a dubbed, superbly directed, eerie, gory zombie masterpiece. From the get-go, I mean shit, this begins with a priest hanging himself from a tree in a cemetery. A seance is going on. There's some funny stuff here too. The police sergeant is kind of a funny character in the beginning, and some of the dialogues is kind of out there. This though is a straight up 1980 horror movie, a damn good one in my humble opinion. It's violent, fun, funny at times. It's directed so good, and the atmosphere is just outstanding. The gore and practical effects are great. Good 80s characters, and all the locations got that eerie vibe. Fulci directs another zombie classic. To me, in my humble opinion again, it seems as though every time the pace gets a little slow, boom, it's just another setup for another cool scene. By the time it gets rolling, there's some amazing scenes, jump scares, creepy settings, and gore galore. This is just 1 year after the release of Zombie. Check out my review on that if you haven't yet. And, all my other reviews if you happen to just be joining me. And this adds more to the zombie mythology, even though it does its own thing. What a damn good way to reimagine and keep reinventing solid new zombie thrills, kills, and chills. The priest is creepy. That stare he has, the images that it leaves is just some really cool stuff. More iconic kills and scenes here, like the scene in Zombie with the door splintered and the eye gouge. This has a scene, actually a few memorable scenes, but a particular scene that is slow and shows more than one would think, where a woman gets her eyes bloodied, then literally pukes her guts out. More gore than most, lots of blood, worms, practical effects are all on point here. And it still looks great after all these years. This is yet another home run for Lucio Fulci, for zombie films or just for horror movies in general. The story is grim as fuck too. I mean, a priest hangs himself, commits suicide, and in turn opens the gates of hell and the dead walk the earth. It's a good premise, and scene after scene looks eerie, dreary, and dreadful. The darkness, the fog, the wind, the tone this sets as it builds is done really well. Like Zombie, City of the Living Dead has it all: the tone, the pace, the gore, the score, and for sure the atmosphere. So many locations and all look good. The cemetery, you even get to go under the cemetery underground, which is really awesome. Towards the, I don't want to really give nothing away, but you have houses, a church, vehicles, a garage, just different spots throughout the city. And boom, another iconic kill that for some reason I forgot was in this movie. It's like, oh shit, yeah, another one where you think the shot will pan away, but it stays and it shows you, and it's done damn well. All I'll say, in case you haven't seen this one yet, is that it involves a drill, a big ass drill. And bam, another scene soon after that with maggots. Yep, maggots, a crazy amount of disgusting, gross maggots. It's a storm of freaking maggots. They use the real worms and maggots in here, much like Zombie. It's just that era. You can just feel the setting changing with the wind and the dark. It all plays a part. And when Father Thomas shows up, watch out, because shit's about to get grim. Someone even mentions there's only a few hours before All Saints Day at one point. That makes this a Halloween flick too, because All Saints Day, or Dia de los Muertos, aka Day of the Dead, is November 1st. It all ties together so good. The zombies look creepy as fuck. I could watch this again. Like, I could almost throw this in right now and watch it back to back. It's awesome. I like everything about this flick, and this Blu-ray looks great. An amazing film, an amazing release of this film, and also many great special features. There's some good shit here. So let's go ahead and get into what some of those are. On the extras, you have the making of City of the Living Dead, and if you want to pan through, it talks to quite a few people here, from stars to people behind the scenes. You get, the makeup effect people, the special effects, just an awesome amount of information there. You get another interview here with the star. She's the star actress. She gives a cool interview there. Right here you have another interview, and then this memories of the maestro is just a bunch of the cast and crew saying their memories of filming this and their memories of Lucio Fulci, which I thought was really cool. Another thing here, this marketing of the Living Dead, this poster and still gallery is a cool little feature where it just pans and shows all the posters from the different countries and the releases and all the different artwork that was used. And then of course you have like a theatrical trailer. But yeah, all in all, I freaking like this one even more on a rewatch. This is a great release, a fun, awesome zombie movie. I hope everyone's doing good out there. I hope you guys continue to join me for these, reviews that I put up from time to time. I've been doing a little more lately, and expect some more, going back and forth with just movies like this, some first time watches, and back and forth with the Stephen King adaptations as well. I hope everyone is doing good out there. This has been Shady of Shady Horror. The dead shall rise and walk the earth. This is City of the Living Dead.